All right, it's official. Splitgate 2 is shutting down. Or is it?
Pure left.
Oh, God.
Nope. Come on. Right came up.
No. Crazy. Oh, my God. Oh. Flying V. Oh, he's out. He's out. He's right here. What's going on, boys and girls? Static Suppressor here, and we got a very unique situation going on in the Splitgate 2 gaming community. And remember, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you know when yours truly post another video in the future. Let's dive right in. To kind of speak on my credentials, I am currently a Splitgate 2 MVP. Before, during Splitgate 1, I was part of their partner program as well. So I've got the lowdown as to what the CEO is actually thinking on doing for Splitgate, and it has been officially announced on their socials. Now, hopefully this t-shirt that I'm actually just happen to wear isn't foreboding or a premonition of some sort for the Splitgate community. Here's a quick lowdown of everything that you probably already know of the Splitgate 2 timeline. From February 27th to March 2nd of 2025, we had the Splitgate 2 Open Alpha, where people got to try out Splitgate 2 publicly for the very first time. Following that, there was a little bit of downtime before they released an open beta that began on May 22nd. Now, during this open beta and the open alpha, as someone who has partook, as someone who did play both the alpha and the beta tests, I can tell you the general kind of feel from the Splitgate 2 community and the overall gaming community from an FPS standpoint was generally positive. People were really enjoying the alpha, really enjoying the beta, and they were excited as to what would happen next. Now skip forward to June 6th of 2025 at the Summer Game Fest, and you have Ian, the CEO of 1047 Games, announcing that not only is Splitgate 2 live at that moment, but they also introduced the big battle royale mode that was supposed to kind of be a game changer to make FPS great again. Or so we thought. Now, of course, with the announcement of, Splitgate 2, Battle Royale, everyone's jumping on. They started really pushing out sponsored streams from big time streamers like Tim the Tatman or Summit 1G. They had those streamer kind of battle, if you will, about racking up points, etc. And all of this happening, of course, even when there were a couple red flags, such as that $80 bundle that was then taken down to $40, or all the little glitches that were happening in the game that people were experiencing, not only on PC, but on console. Because remember, not only was this game released for PC, but it was also released for Xbox as well as PlayStation. And this game quickly started to garnish a bit of traction as it peaked, I believe, at around 25,000 players on PC, and I think at one point it even hit basically in the top 1 or 2 most downloaded game on Xbox. All the while, you have plenty of people online publicly talking about how awesome the game feels, the movement, and even the gravity, it feels smooth, it doesn't feel clunky, etc. That attitude kind of quickly took a dip and a shift after the entire announcement and even after all the little streamer promos were done and over with. And I can also tell you that from other fellow Splitgate MVPs, they kind of shared the same exact concerns and feedback that the majority of Splitgate 2 fans had as well. So there really was no crazy crossover to where anyone was thinking differently as to how they feel 1047 could improve the game. People can criticize and say, hey, people shouldn't be looking at just solely the player-based numbers. That may be, but coming from someone like myself, who actually, I enjoy Splitgate 2. Splitgate 2 is a fun game to play. You still can't deny and ignore the fact that your player base is dwindling, especially on the Steam charts. Now, someone could say, Static, that's only on PC. Well, on console, if that were the case, there is a section on Xbox where it's most played games, and Splitgate 2 is not even on that list in like the top 10 or top 20. They're down there. This is with all the kind of tweaks that come out, any kind of addition into the game, new game modes, trying to change things up. They were very transparent in creating a weekly podcast, so to speak, to be super transparent with everyone. Hey, this is what we want to work on. We hear what you guys are saying, etc. But it felt like it was falling on deaf ears. So quickly, fast forward to today. Well, I can tell you, based on the tweet and based on the announcement that has basically been released by Splitgate 2, it's going backwards. Here we are today, where Splitgate 2 has basically announced we're done supporting the game currently. Instead, it's more of a rollback to what the beta was, and they're going to kind of refresh, revamp, go back to the drawing board, but not come back for maybe up to 5 months going into 2026. Now, as a Splitgate 2 MVP, we got to sit down with Ian, who actually did stop by, hang with us, tell us what the whole entire game plan was moving forward. So we've been privy to this information before the announcement today. We were just having to keep it hush hush. Ian would mention certain things such as server issues at launch never truly being allowed the game to take off as they were hoping or expecting. You know, they were working with a team for all the challenges, so I guess they were kind of outsourcing a team to create these challenges in game, but it's not really working correctly. I don't really understand. I'm not a developer, right? I'm just kind of relaying back what we were told. He did restate to us as MVPs about the whole Summer Games event, about how he had the hat of Make FPS Great Again, how full force he was and that energy. He basically was trying to explain to us how he did that for a buzz, hoping it was going to be a buzz in the right direction. But obviously, as we've seen, the reputation is kind of taking a dip because of those actions as well, and he recognizes that. And when Ranked released, people were hoping, oh, it's going to take off in player numbers. Unfortunately, that was not the case. It actually seemed to stay stagnant, if not dip a little. And that was because people didn't like the fact that there was no ranked takedown. They didn't like the fact that a lot of people were using just one faction throughout to really kind of grind out ranked. The ranked kind of, I guess, leveling wasn't placing correctly in certain matches. So there's an issue with that as well. And then speaking on factions, what is an interesting take on this, he did explain to us there may be a removal of factions. There may be no more Meridian, Eros, Sabrask, all of them gone, and it turns into just a simple kind of single character kind of gameplay, if you will, a loot 'em and shoot 'em type gunplay. The CEO has also expressed his desire to, although he wants to maybe remove factions, keeping the loadout kind of function in the game. I'm not that big of a fan on that, but that's just me personally because I like the whole entire, hey, it's a Halo-esque type feel. You just grab what you can grab, and it makes it more intense and better gameplay and more of an adrenaline rush to try and get to the best weapon or guns outside of just the power weapons than already having a predetermined loadout. The community was very clear, too, that a lot of them later on, after Splitgate 2 had come out, they started to feel like they lost the allure of what Splitgate 1 meant to them, how Splitgate 1 had a different feel than Splitgate 2. And this is also being considered upon their revamp as well. The issue with this, though, however, is because of all these extra sources and all this extra work that has to get done for Splitgate 2, they may very well end up shutting down the Splitgate 1 servers completely, if not already based on this announcement. I want your guys' honest opinion on this. For me personally, do I feel like them taking a step back and basically not really supporting the game after Chapter 3 gets released anymore until potentially January of 2026? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It's tough. As a Splitgate MVP and someone who does want to see this video game do well, I want to be hopeful. I want to be upbeat about it. But at the same time, I'm also very much a realist when it comes to this kind of a thing. Do I think that they basically have the potential to make a comeback or a bounce back for a not one, not two, but technically third time? I don't think so. I feel like people are going to look at this game and they are now just going to attribute Splitgate with a whole slew of problems, and there is no coming back from the past that has already been kind of put forward. Now, some folks can say, hey, how can you not deny, though, how transparent these game devs have been? They've been super nice. They've been super open about everything they do. We should give them a second chance. It is a good game. You are correct, but I think the majority of people, especially casual gamers who are always looking for the next best thing, et cetera, with the amount of FPSs that are out there, I don't think it's going to bring back anyone else. Now, I do hope I'm personally wrong. I hope this game makes a great comeback if it's going to be all the way up until 2026. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know. Are you going to be playing Splitgate 2 from now till January where there's no updates, in hopes that it's going to bring a whole bunch of people back to the game, as well as hopefully the changes are implemented to such a degree that you feel like a big enough change has happened? Let me know down below. For me personally, I'll probably be stepping away from Splitgate 2 for a little bit, maybe playing it off and on once in a blue moon if I'm asked. But outside of that, I'll stick to my regular stuff and wait till January to see what happens. As a Splitgate 2 MVP, I'm super grateful for the opportunity to work with this game on console, as I am a console gamer only. I don't touch the PC to save my life. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Big news, though, today with this announcement from Splitgate 2 and 1047 Games, and hope something falls in their favor, because there's a lot of L's on that column, not enough W's. So stick around. We'll see what happens. As always, stay safe, be healthy, keep streaming. Till next time. Peace.